Hello and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. I've got to say straight away that this one might turn out a little bit different, and that's just because, I don't know, I'm not really in the mood for recording right now, or at least in the normal manner that I do. But let's talk about the title of the video. The title is Snapshot, so you know that means that Hermitcraft has been upgraded to the snapshots. We're playing in week 40B, and I wasn't too excited about upgrading to the snapshot. In fact, I was kind of against it, and the reason why is because, I don't know, I feel like we should wait until the full game is out to start really using those features in terms of LPing. But if the snapshot's there, you don't really have to use it, I guess, and I'm not going to be looking into too many of the things we can do with the new features, but there is one that I want to use straight away, and that is the item frames, because last episode we touched on the storage area in the Nether, and I've been thinking about that more and more. It feels like a really good idea to just get on and put it somewhere, you know, not centralized, because that's going to cause us problems. So we'll put the storage area in there hopefully today, and we can use the item signs, or yeah, the signs, what are they called? Item frames, that's the one. And yeah, we'll put those in and make use of that. But the other features, I think I'll wait until 1.4 before we start using any of them. And one of the ideas that I have had is to do with villagers and them being infected by zombies. So with villagers you can breed as many as you like and they don't despawn, but zombies, they spawn naturally or inside your mob spawner, which isn't very natural, but you know what I mean. And there's a mob cap, they can despawn, etc. So for a good mob farm it would be cool to actually control the amount that you have, and with villagers we can breed as many of them as we like and then deliberately infect them so we can create a big zombie farm, and that could be really useful for getting tons of XP or something else, I don't know. So that's one idea I've had for the snapshot, is something we'll do in the future. But there is something that I want to show you, and I'm going to get freaked out by these sounds because yeah, there's a new sound engine in the game, so everything's a little bit different and it keeps catching me off guard. But I've been doing a lot of farming of resources. I've been using Kearshar's mob trap, which gets you gunpowder really quickly, and check that out. That is a lot of TNT. Is that what, 12 stacks? 12 and a bit stacks. And yeah, I've really chewed through the amount of sand that I have. In fact, I've been taking lots of trips to the desert. That's all the sand I have left. And now I've been getting tons and tons of sandstone. So I just wanted to show you how I actually mine in the desert, because I've found a really cool way of doing that. Now that I've got a lot of sandstone together, I can get sand a lot faster. And also, I do have plans for this TNT. I was watching King Happy earlier today, and the way he talked about the EFO mining method with TNT, where you just go through and blast up loads of material, kind of made a lot more sense to me. And sometimes things can be like that. You can watch someone do something and not really take it in, and then you see someone else and they just talk about it in a different way, and then it kind of clicks and you see the point. And the point with the TNT mining is that you can just go for it. You can blow up as much as you want, and it's not like the resources are finite, so if you lose and discard some, you know, diamonds even, they get blown up by the TNT. It's not the worst thing in the world, and the point is that it's very quick to do this with TNT. So I think I'm going to use a lot of this TNT on that and give that a try and see how I feel it is to do. Now, strip mining has become really boring for me and I haven't done it for a long time, and I think that this could be a really fun way of mining using TNT. So not only could it be faster, it's also fun, and I think the fun will be the deciding factor there. But anyway, we should head over to the desert. Still haven't done any work on this. It's the lava lake that's putting me off. It's going to be so much work, and I don't know, I'll get around to doing it one day. There's just so many projects and things to do at the moment, it feels like that's not really important, which of course it isn't. It's just a tunnel. So this is my desert where I come to get all my sandstone and sand, and I used to be like really efficient and use, you know, torches and dig everything out and take loads of cobblestone from it as well, and that was just really slow, kind of boring. So I started doing it like I've seen other people do it. Just take what you need, leave the stone, and I don't know, for some reason it's kind of pleasing to have this left over it. You know, it looks really different from the normal terrain. So I've been doing that for quite some time. It's time consuming, but I also find that just coming out here and, you know, harvesting resources, it's something you do off camera, put on some music while you do it. It's kind of relaxing just to, you know, go around and dig up some sand and sandstone. But anyway, I had to start doing something different because I needed more sand than I did sandstone, and getting all of it was kind of slowing me down a lot. So over here I've started mining with a different technique, and what I've done is just left in all of the sandstone at this point and just taken the sand. Now at this point it wasn't making too much of a difference because there was, you know, all these hills and stuff, but then when you have the nice flat desert like we have here, and I tell you what, I need to give you a good view of that. Let's hop up here. There we go, look at all that flat desert. Now this is going to be really easy to mine a lot of it, and the reason why is because we've got these efficiency shovels, and I can just go right up to it, hold click, and then move to the side, and look at how much sand it takes out. So we'll go all the way over to the right, and that is a lot. Oh, okay, let me explain what that is. Oh god, don't blow up. Brilliant. Okay, there is a ravine here. I saw it because... oh wow. Oh, that is a nice view. Oh, that is very cool. And it's also going to get in the way of what we're doing. Look, all this sand's falling down now. Oh dear. Anyway, I'm going to pillar my way back up. But yeah, I saw this ravine. I just forgot to block it off. I thought I'd go investigate it next time we were here. And then I decided to record. And that's something I touched on earlier, just not feeling in the mood to record. Whoa. Normally, you know me, I do everything in clips, and oh, we've not got a lot on me here, have we? And I just couldn't really do it today. It just felt weird talking, so I thought, right, okay, today I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna talk and record like I hardly ever do. So yeah, you guys probably know what I'm talking about. Anyway, let's get out of here so I can show you the progress that... oh god. Oh, that is just fantastic. I love this game. Okay, let's get the health back up. Oh, well, this was supposed to go a lot smoother than that, let me tell you. So you can go left and right like this, and you can see already, look how much of this sand we're chewing through. And then we go back. This time I should probably look to my right a little bit, make sure we don't fall down the ravine again. And then last of all, you pick this up, and because the desert is flat, it usually means that the ground underneath it is flat as well, so it's just a really quick way to get a lot of sand, and most of that has fallen into the ravine. So what I think I'm going to do for the next few minutes is just finish doing this little bit here and go down to the ravine and pick up all those materials that have dropped down. Okay, that should do. Tidied that up enough, and I realise I don't really need to go down there into the ravine because that sand isn't going anywhere. And I don't really need to light any of that up down there anyway. And I was thinking earlier that this place would make an ideal location to actually do some TNT mining, because it's quite far away from the base. We've got a nether portal to get here as well, and this area has already been about harvesting resources, so kind of makes it ideal. We've got the ravine to help us get down to the bottom as well, so I think what I want to do next is just go get some TNT and make our way down to the bottom of the map and see how this goes. There's also something else I've been doing in between episodes, and that is enchanting feather falling boots. So check that out, that's quite a lot there. And to sell these at 1 diamond each, I think it's a pretty good deal if you can move a load of these all at once like that. For the amount of time I spent getting them, I think it's worth it compared to strip mining or something like that. But we are about to go test out a new technique which could yield more diamonds in a quicker amount of time, but like I've already said, I think fun will be the deciding factor here. I've got loads of TNT, more than I need obviously. Thought I'd bring some health potions just in case I take a bit too much damage from the TNT, because I'll probably get close to that as I'm blowing it up. Got a backup pair of feather falling boots there. So yeah, I got what I need here. We should just head over and set up a little outpost down at the bottom, put an ender chest in it, and then we can get all those supplies and start the TNT mining. Didn't bring any torches. I did bring cobblestone and wood though, that's why I actually always bring them. Supposedly this is fixed. Yep, that would appear to be fixed. Cool. Oh, maybe not. Not quite. Oh god. Stop. Okay. I think that's what he means. So how far down does this go? This looks like it goes a long way down there. Oh. Oops. Various reasons. That'll cover it. Oh, wow. 4 creepers. And that killed them all. Okay, oh, supposed to be going down low. Oh, we're at Y11. That's brilliant. This is kind of perfect then. Now I'm not sure. We want to stay above lava lakes, which is this level right here, and then we want to go up to Y16. So 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I think the ideal height to go at is there. I think that's where we're going to just pick a direction and start doing this already. I did want to build a little cobblestone hut, so I'll just do that quickly. Okay, I now realise that this was incredibly pointless, but for some reason I just pictured making a little cobblestone hut to put the ender chest in, and I should really make a crafting bench. I'll tell you what, one thing I don't have in this chest is a stack of wood. Definitely need to put that in there. But let's make some doors and finish this thing off. Need 2 on each. Yeah, not a big enough blast radius really, but we could just go in a tunnel like this. I mean, if this is fast, we could make some progress. So this doesn't feel all too efficient. I do need to do some more experimenting, but at the moment you can see that the TNT is just going to blast every block directly around it. So if I dig in 3 deep, it's gonna... it seems to blow up these ones as well. I done it 3 deep last time, so let's just do that again. That is interesting. Maybe I didn't do it 3 deep then, but yeah, you can kind of see what's going on there. It's blowing up every block immediately around it and diagonally as well. So that's probably not the best way to do it. That's going to be slow. And I think the way Efo and King Happy do it is they build a tunnel already with lots of TNT in it, and then it sets off a chain reaction. So anyway, I'm going to try a couple more things. Okay, here is one of those things. I want to find out how much cobblestone we're going to get from this. So let's chuck all of this on the floor. There's 2 bits of it floating around in there at the moment, so we'll include those. And then we just want to count how much we get from this. So 10, and there was 9 blocks below, 9 blocks above, and then 7 blocks around it. So that is quite a lot lost, which means we're going to blow up a lot of ores and stuff if they're directly in our path. But at the same time, we're going to be exposing a lot around us as well. So I don't think this is the best technique. We need to investigate and try something different. So I've dug a tunnel in this direction, and there's probably about 8 TNT in there in total. So you can see the next one's quite close to it. The other ones are further spaced apart. And that almost looks like the way to do it, you know. It really doesn't take too long to dig in that direction, and seems like, oh, diamonds, brilliant. Sign of success already. I've hardly been doing this for too long. So yeah, it seems like when there's dirt around it, it blows out a lot more, which is actually a really good thing, because the dirt has the lower blast resistance, so if there's any ores behind the dirt, hopefully they won't get blown up as much. But there's a lot to know about TNT. I've been thinking about doing a Mythbusters on it, because there's things like blast radiuses. How does having TNT around how does having dirt around the TNT affect other materials? So let's say, for example, we had like stone, TNT, and the TNT would blow up this one but not that one. But if this was dirt here, would that mean that then the next stone could get blown up after it, if you see what I mean? So there's quite a lot of things to figure out with TNT. I was thinking of doing a Mythbusters on that, but this has definitely given me some ideas on ways to test it. But yes, found diamonds. I think this is a good way to go about doing this. I just want to go back up to the surface, make a proper path down here. I was going to get a load of ladders, put some wood in my ender chest, and I want to grab a load of leaves as well. And hey, check it out, we've got some bats down here as well. They're really cool, the bats. I think they're just, you know, it's nice just to have a little detail like that, because they're friendly, they don't really do anything but add a little atmosphere to the game. So I'm rambling a bit. What I want to do is dig another tunnel like we did before and get some leaf blocks and just space them in between the TNT and see how that goes. So it's now the next day for me. I thought I'd tell you that this time in an episode because I often record over multiple days and you can kind of lose your rhythm a little bit, which is what I've done at the moment because I'm not sure exactly what the logic behind my experiments were. But the idea was to put the TNT on top of a leaf block like we've been doing so far, but to also have ones either side of it in our tunnels, so when the one before it fires off, this one doesn't get dislodged and gets set off in the same position. And that's just because sometimes I've seen that the TNT gets dislodged and it stops the chain reaction. So it's kind of for convenience, and my results didn't seem to show any real advantage of doing it that way. In fact, the blast resistance of the leaves meant that you actually had to put the TNT closer together. Although, if I remember correctly, if you spread them out further apart, it doesn't actually clear as many blocks away. But yeah, like I said, I'd done all of that yesterday and I thought, oh yeah, I'll record that tomorrow morning, and then I kind of forgot what I was doing. So anyway, I think what we should do is just one more experiment with the leaves. I've cleared out this long tunnel, and what I'm going to do is put a leaf block on the ground, then a TNT above it, and then 3 leaf blocks, and then we'll do the same thing again. So between each TNT, there's going to be 3 leaf blocks, and we're going to fill the whole tunnel like that. Okay, here comes the fun part. Let's set this off. Oh, that is going to go fast. And it stopped. So putting the leaves between each of them isn't necessarily the best thing. Let's set it off again. Okay, I did hear some mobs further down this tunnel, so it could open up into a cave system, which could get a bit tricky. And is that? No. So we didn't get into a cave system. Right, and I think what I'm going to do this time is just see how much loot we get from this. Well, because I've got none on me at the moment, so I'll collect all of this. We can figure out how much we get from that, which really didn't take a long time to dig and then place all of the TNT. And then after that, I think we're going to try a different strategy. Oh, there's that cave. Right. Let's have a look up here. Oh, it's a ravine. Wow, that looks spooky with the bats flying around. So it looks like we're going to go right through the middle of this if we continue with the tunnel, so I might actually make one somewhere else. I'll just block this one off for now. Oh, wait a minute, the TNT never got fully set off. I wonder how much further that goes on for. Oh. Unlucky, mate. Ugh. I was just thinking a moment ago that it seemed like the tunnel was a lot longer as well, so there might be a fair amount more to go. And that is the end, right, cool. Okay, let's see what we got. We got 4 lapis ore, 19 redstone, 16 iron ore and 21 coal. Probably not a lot, and I reckon it's about the same as going strip mining for the same amount of time. But this is obviously a lot more fun. What I want to do now is try a different technique. And this is it. Some of you may have seen it before. It's the method that Etho uses, and I've seen a few other people use it as well. You make a 3 by 3 by 3 room, and I'm not sure how many blocks you're supposed to have in between, but I went for 2 because I'm assuming that what happens here is the TNT blast will remove all of the blocks you can see around the edge here, and then if we were to have 3 in between, then those ones would get left in the middle, which could actually be more efficient in some respect, because what we want to do is expose more blocks. So if we leave the ones between them, then we cover more space over time and we expose, I think, the same amount of blocks, but we get to leave ones in between. I don't know, I'll think about that more. But what I've done here is I've taken half a stack of TNT, half a stack of leaves, and I've gone in one direction for ages. So there are 32 of these little rooms in a row, and we are at the other end of it, so the way back to our little cobblestone hut is in the other direction. So this could go wrong. I haven't done this before at all. This is the first time doing TNT mining, so yeah, I went through a lava lake, but I used a water bucket to turn that into obsidian. And this is just like in Etho's videos, you're chasing it, and that's exactly what I didn't want, some water, because that's going to knock out the torches that I've placed so far. Okay, let's see if we can we patch that up? I think it's possible. Oh, okay. Right. Like, oh. Yep, did I get it? I got it. Okay. Oh, well, that one fell down to the ground. I've got a feeling this one will do it as well, because it's got nothing underneath it. Let's put Oh, wrong button. Okay, let's swap that round. And I've seen some redstone already. There it is. Hoping to get some more diamonds because I have invested a fair amount of time into this now, and I wasn't really timing how long it took to actually make this tunnel. And the reason why is because I often stop a lot and change over the video that I'm watching, because I like to watch videos while I play and do other things as well, chatting to people on Skype, so it's not really the best measurement. Okay, now I reckon if I set this one off, it won't set off the next one because the block's gone from below it. And it did, okay. Well, there we go. Okay, let's take a look at what we got from that. We have 13 iron ore, 21 coal ore, 15 redstone ore, and 1 or 2 of them must have got blown up. And these diamonds actually found after mining the redstone ore, so they weren't exposed. And then we got 4 lapis. Now that to me isn't a lot at all. We could have even missed the diamonds if it wasn't for that redstone and got none at all. Now for 32 TNT, I was thinking, if someone offered me these ores for 32 TNT, I'd say no way. I don't think that's a good deal at all. Now not only have I invested that amount of TNT, I've invested a lot of time doing this as well. So this technique is, I guess, good if you need a lot of cobblestone, but in terms of getting ores, it doesn't actually feel as efficient. I don't know, maybe I got really unlucky with this one. But yeah, at least it's fun. That's one thing I've got to say. Doing it this way is fun, but I think we're not really going to see how effective this is until we do maybe some more testing and maybe some more mining as well. I definitely need to do some more mining to find out, because that was just one run and maybe we got unlucky with that. Also, the height that we do it at might be quite important, because at the moment we are, where are we, Y12, so I think that's actually a little higher than I thought it was. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 is just up there, so maybe if we try this going a couple of blocks lower, we might get luckier with diamonds and other ores and resources as well. But I think we've done enough of this for today. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this. Maybe some of you have already done this kind of stuff and have a better technique for using TNT with mining. I was just going based on what I've seen in a couple of other people's videos, and I couldn't really remember all of the details about how they did it. But yeah, anyway, we should move on. Okay, I've been talking about it a lot, the Nether storage system. I keep changing my mind on it, but now I've made up my mind. I'm really happy with the solution I've got, so we're going to be building that. But I just want to explain to you what it is I'm going to do. So, we're going to build a tunnel in the Nether with the lava on either side, a normal one, and we're going to pick a location where I won't be putting any Nether portals in the future. So we're going to have a normal tunnel going down like this, and then on either side we're going to have a storage area. Now on the one side we're going to have a smaller storage area with things that we don't really accumulate a lot of, like saplings, leaf blocks, wool, things that we don't really use too often, because at the moment we're using this for a bit of everything, but this is ultimately going to be focused on the things that I access a lot, because this has become quite convenient the way I've laid out this area. I was originally planning on doing all my storage in these things just in the Nether, but it actually works out really well the way that I've laid this out. So we're going to store things in that smaller area that we don't accumulate a lot of but we don't use too often. So things like mossy cobblestone is another example. Then on this side over here we're going to put all the things that we accumulate a lot of and that we'll probably need to keep expanding the room. So this room here is going to be infinitely expandable in one direction, so that involves just considering what's beyond in that direction. So we won't put it facing back into where we already have nether tunnels and portals and stuff. So that will be for like cobblestone and netherrack and other materials that we gather a lot of. Dirt and gravel come to mind, and that one will be, as I said, infinitely expandable, so as we keep needing more and more chests we can keep making the room bigger. And the other thing that I just wanted to talk about was how this is laid out. I think I know what I'm going to do over here now. I'm going to... Oh, that is interesting. Where did you... Whoa, he's in the ground. That scared the hell out of me. What on earth was that thing doing? And where did it come from? I've actually seen quite a few mobs spawn in here or around here. Like skeletons seem to always be wandering in from somewhere, but well, I don't know. I'll investigate that another time, check the block levels, light levels and stuff. So this area here, what I want to do is the dispensers thing. I don't think I'm going to do any fancy wiring with kits. We're just going to keep it simple like we have at the moment. Put a sign on, and then I'm going to put all my different enchanted items in here. So rather than have a kit for glowstone, I'll just have my silk touch picks, my silk touch shovels, and then some feather falling, and I can just come in here and pick and choose what it is that I want. So I can mix and match a bit, and I'm not limited by some redstone, you know, spitting out a bunch of items in order. I can pick out the ones that I actually want. But we will come back to this very soon. I've been thinking about that for a while now, and I really want to finish that off. It's the last bit that needs doing on our little Avalon hub. So anyway, it's time to head over to the Nether and start building. Oh dear. It's just dawned on me that yet again there is a big flaw with doing this stuff in the Nether. Now, I hate to keep changing my mind and talking about things and doing things differently. I really had settled my mind on doing this here. Now, things kind of got turned around when I went up to the surface, and I should probably have started recording up there. But basically what I realised is my entire Nether hub is surrounded by a lava lake. Now, I didn't really think too much ahead when I started building and doing all of this. It was just kind of cool. I had these ideas and I followed them. And what we have is pretty unique, you know, this little, our own mini Nether hub to get around our island and the map and everything like that. But this storage area thing, now I don't want to build it directly in the centre, which is why I'm going to spend a bit of time in a moment thinking about if I want to do that or not. Again, I explained it before because of the Nether portals thing. So what I thought I would do is go out of my way a bit. I wasn't sure how far out I would go, and then I would just build the storage area. Now I've just realised, looking up here, that actually I don't really need to go out as far out as I was thinking. We could possibly build it over in this direction here. But anyway, here's what I calculated. I calculated that there's lava all the way around where I'm pointing, and just behind that landmass there's another lava ocean. It goes all the way around under here. This one here then comes across to somewhere about halfway across, somewhere under there, under that landmass. Then there's a little bit of land here, and then there's another landmass just off in the distance over there, and then there's lava around all of that as well. So my plan was to build a tunnel that goes out to where that Nether fortress is, and then goes left, and then there's an area of land there where we can put the storage area. Now I don't know what on earth I was thinking when I was calculating all of that, because it's really far away from the Nether hub, and we want to keep everything central and located like that. And it has just dawned on me. It has just dawned on me again. Okay, right, I think I've got the solution. Okay, I now have the coordinates on my screen, and we are at Y19. And why I haven't thought of this before is silly. We just go down, then we can build it directly in the centre. We can keep our Nether portals, our tunnels, and our storage system is right below our feet. And I feel almost stupid that I've just done everything I have, going out, surveying the area, for some reason thinking that I should build the storage area all the way over in the distance. So enough talking about that. I've just spent a lot of time doing this. You can see I've even started dismantling this portal so that we could start building the tunnel. Right, I'm going to build it underneath my feet. So I've made a lot of progress. I have built the entrance down to the bottom bit, and this is what it looks like. This actually took me some time to do. I was really unsure about a few things, but I stuck at it, and eventually it kind of came together. One of the things that made a big difference was the lava on the side here. Before that was there, it didn't really look as interesting or as natural, because it kind of fits in really well with everything else around it. So anyway, going down into the room, we're going to keep the same thing that we've done here. We're going to have the half slabs, the nether brick, and then the same thing at the top as well. We'll probably also use lava on the walls again. I might try and do something different, I'm not too sure. But down here the room is going to be a lot darker than up above, and the reason why is because I haven't actually put any lighting in yet. It just occurred to me that you can make it a lot lighter like that, and that's interesting that that's happened, because that's why I was talking about it being darker down here. Oh, these lighting bugs really make things difficult. So I was a bit confused at first. I was putting down these half slabs, there were blocks above them, and I was like, why is the lighting glitch not occurring? And I guess it is, it's just because we've got no light down here, you don't really see it until you put the light on. So anyway, what was happening was we weren't getting the lighting glitch, or at least I thought we wasn't, so I was putting half slabs down with blocks directly above them, which is why I built it at this height. And I've now got to think about how I'm going to do this now. I can't put lava in the walls, that'll bring light into the room, and I can't put torches down anywhere. So having this as a sort of dark area might not be too bad, but otherwise it means we've just got to bring this down by one block, and then probably also alter the entrance and the steps and all of that. So what we have in the room above the half slabs, are lights like that, torches, and then all of the blocks directly above them are cleared out. So I think at this point it's best actually to go and think about this again before we take it any further, because I've got to rip up all these half slabs and then dig the room down one block lower, but it's better to figure these things out now rather than regret not doing them later. So the other thing we have here as well is the storage layout. This is going to be the infinitely expandable side, and I'll probably make this a few blocks wider. And what we have is just the nether brick going around like this. Now we've got stone bricks here because they're half slabs, and that means we can open the chest. Now I'm hoping that they'll put in nether brick half slabs in the future, and then that'll be perfect. The trim that we're going to have going around the outside, like up above where we have the nether brick at the top and bottom, can be included into our storage bit as well. And I'm not sure if I would then put more chests here like that, or I'd leave a gap and then start a new nether brick column here, but I can think about that in time. And what we'll do at the front of this is put the item frame. I think I've got a stack of them with me. We'll put one of them on there and then put like cobblestone to represent what's going to be in these chests. And because these are the infinite ones, we only really need them at the front, and I'll probably learn what's in each of them anyway because they're all in columns. As for the rest of the storage, I'm going to build it around here. We'll do things a bit differently for that because we're going to be laying them out based on what materials we're going to be storing. So we'll have this side here, the front and the right as well to work with. I decided to leave the ceiling at the same height that it was. It was difficult to get this entrance looking nice, and if we were to change it up now I think it would be even more of a challenge. And it's not like these are really causing us any problems, and Mojang are clearly trying to fix them as well, so I'm sure that the fix won't be too far away. But anyway, this is the storage area, and you can see that I've put full blocks above the chest here so you can't open them. And like a dummy, I just forgot that we have stairs, so I can actually put nether brick stairs there, and then these chests will be openable. Now I did want to get this to somewhat of a finished state to end the episode with, but after building all of this I just realised that I've made a mistake here, and that's that I haven't made the room wide enough. So when you walk in, when you look on the left, you see 1, 2, 3 rows of chests, and I think we need the same thing on the right as well, just so it gives it that much bigger and expansive look when you walk in and you can't see the walls but you can just see rows of chests. So that's something that I am going to do. And I was also wondering if maybe I haven't spaced these out correctly, but you know what, I've been walking around and I think the way I've spaced them out is really cool, gives it a nice kind of depth and feel. So there was one more thing that I was going to do at the end of the episode, but because I'm moving this wall I can't do it, and that was just to put the lava in here to see what it would look like. If I put down some torches like that, it does make the room look kind of odd, but the glitch on the ceiling, it really isn't that bad. It just stays dark and the rest of it is all lit. So I'm not sure if I even want to do that. But anyway, we've got to make this room wider first. Well, that is all we're going to be doing this episode in the Nether. I'm sure we'll be right back to that in the next one because I really want to get that storage area up and running. And this episode was recorded with some different recording techniques than I usually do. I've been trying to change it up, so if you guys want to leave your opinions and thoughts, maybe you didn't even notice that anything was different, just let me know. It'd be really useful for me to find out. And then next episode I'm going to be talking in a lot more detail at some point about how I record and how I've changed my approach with this episode. And also the next episode will be a midweek bonus one. If all goes to plan and I can record it in time, which I think I should be able to, there will be an episode on Thursday. So this is Tuesday's episode. 2 days later you'll get one on Thursday, and then one on Saturday like always. So hopefully that will all go to plan. If not, I'll just see you on Saturday. So thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time.